Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 9th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, and you will catch me live. But Leo, let's see what is going on for you. The star is like wanting to come up a lot this week, so that's interesting. Definitely could be like a lot of recovery. Part of me feels like it's a good thing. The other part of me feels like maybe there's a lot of recovery that's needed this week. So people might be recovering from things in general, or just might need some time for themselves with this energy. So let's bring this together. And your overall energy is the Ant card. It's the Ant spirit. And this card says time to collaborate. Definitely a lot of teamwork energy in the readings in general. I'd say it's like a collective energy. You have the Three of Cups here as well. So teamwork could be very, definitely will make the dream work for you here, Leo. I feel like, in reading, pretty much all the readings I've done for you for quite a long time, there have been messages of you needing to potentially kind of like lighten the load. There could be a very heavy energy on you as far as like work is concerned, or as far as business is concerned. And this could say there are people who could make your life like 1,000 times easier, Leo. And maybe you don't even realize it. So I would say like, don't be afraid to like hire people in business. My camera is out of focus, so let's fix that. There we go. But next you have the flexible card here. So I feel like some of you need to be flexible, obviously at this time. Kind of boring. Yeah, observer. I feel like some of you are observing things this week. So let's talk about that. You have the Eight of Swords, the Temperance card, and you have the Star. I feel like some of you need to not hold yourself back from tapping into your emotions this week. Eight of Swords, she is like standing in a shallow pool of water here. On the Eight of Swords, it kind of represents that her fears or any emotions that are holding her back are kind of very shallow. There's no substance to them. There's really nothing there. It's interesting that you have this action card as well. It's like this big wave on this card. So I feel that in a lot of ways, using your emotions in the right way this week could, really make you very successful, could really set you free even with this Eight of Swords. But on the Eight of Swords, she's standing in that shallow pool of water. And what I'm noticing on Temperance is she's like in the pool of water. Like she's kind of got 1 foot into the water, 1 foot out. To me, this is like saying, for you, I feel like if you could mix the two things together, like your emotions and also like grounding energy, you could be very successful this week with this energy. You also have the Star as well, some sort of wish coming in for you, I feel, or some sort of wish fulfillment. I do feel like there's a need more for balance this week with Temperance. Temperance, of course, can be a card of patience, but I feel like it's more talking about bringing things into balance for you this week. Again, your like emotions and your grounding things in your life. I feel like those two things need to come together. Even on the Star, she is like taking water and she's pouring it on land. She is watering the grass, waiting for it to grow, hoping that there will be growth. So I feel like for some of you, this is definitely an action reading. I feel like it's saying take action. Next, funny enough, you have this Panda card, which says balance. It says, ask how to bring balance to situations and into your heart. So I feel like you need to balance or bring things into balance this week for sure with this energy. I feel like that'll be very beneficial. You have this Fox card. It says shadow work. There are no shadows without light. So I feel like, but really, I feel like this is saying that you need both. Like, I feel like you are mixing two things together here with that Fox energy. So I don't think it's talking about, like, I feel like they're saying there can be no light without the darkness either. Like, I feel like it's both things, if that makes sense. But you have the King of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Three of Cups here. So definitely something about teamwork going on here. I feel for some of you, there is a need for action. Like I said, a need to take action. You're showing up as a King of Wands. This puts you in a position of power and strength for the reading for sure. The High Priestess is like mysteries here. It's almost like you're too close to a problem or you're too close to an issue, I feel. He is looking towards this Eight of Swords here, Leo. And then you have the High Priestess as your center card. High Priestess is a good card, but it is a card of no action. You know, she's just kind of like sitting there thinking, and yet there's so much potential with the High Priestess. There's so much potential, in fact, that she is the card of potential. The High Priestess kind of says the sky's the limit. There is no roof over her head, as I always say. So the High Priestess represents a lot of potential, but needing to take action on something that could make you very successful. And you have the Three of Cups. Maybe you need help from other people. Again, you have the Seven of Cups coming up next to this High Priestess. This to me could say that maybe you have a lot of ideas this week, but maybe knowing what ideas are good ideas could be a challenge, or maybe knowing what actions to take could be a little bit of a challenge here. So I do feel like this is saying, you know, people can help you with these decisions. People could help you take action towards things that will make you successful. For others, by the way, this to me, I don't really get much love energy here. As if you've been watching me for a while, as you know, I just read whatever comes up. And I'm not seeing much in the area of love this week. I feel like this is more, again, a week for you to take action on things. Maybe you're resting, relaxing, recovering with this last row. We're going to clarify with the Lenormand in a minute, so we will get more detail. Next, you have the action card. So again, I feel like it's important you take action towards, well, for some of you, it could be forgiveness. For others, I feel like you need to forgive yourself for not taking action on something sooner. Why do I say that? Well, you have the Fool, the Seven of Cups, and the Hangman. So this, to me, could represent you feeling like you're not prepared for something, or maybe in the past you felt like you were not prepared for something, and maybe you need to forgive yourself for not taking action on some desire that you have. Definitely like a stuck row here, right? It's like you have a choice this week. Eight of Swords, High Priestess, Hangman. No movement, no action. Then we go this way. The Star, the High Priestess, the Fool. It's like you are getting intuitive hits on things that you need to do with the High Priestess. You are being presented with a choice. There are two pillars on the High Priestess. She has a choice here on what to focus on, the darkness or the light with this Fox energy. So it's like you have a choice to focus on, you know, pausing and not taking action on things, or you have to, you know, take a leap of faith towards something new here with the Fool. We're going to clarify this in just a second and get more details again on what this could be. It's not like immediately clear to me what this could be for you, Leo. For a lot of, mostly because of the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, number one, is confusion, and I feel confused with the Seven of Cups. So I feel for a lot of you, you have a lot of options as far as directions are concerned in your life right now. This could be like in work, in business, pretty much any area of your life. And I feel like that confusion could be causing you to go into hangman mode. You know, hangman mode can be putting yourself on pause just to gain enlightenment. And that's kind of what I feel like you're trying to do here. I feel like you're trying to gain some enlightenment, or you're trying to gain some details with that hangman card. But let's clarify and see what's going on here. Between the Eight of Swords and the King of Wands, you have the Child. The Child says you should be more childlike this week. The Fool is very similar as well, Leo. The Child is a card of kind of like childlike energy, and it just says be more playful, or look at things in a more playful way. That could set you free from this Eight of Swords. You know, because the Eight of Swords can be a very serious energy. Eight of Swords can be when we are too close to a problem, or we're standing very close to an issue, and that can prevent us from moving forward. Between the Temperance card and the High Priestess, you have the Nine of Diamonds. This card's called the Coffin, and it represents like a death, but not a literal death. It represents needing to come out of the coffin. You are basically inside this coffin here, Leo, and it just says you need to open the door to something new. So definitely a major new beginning reading for you here. A really good card for new jobs as well. So I feel like some of you could be getting a new job, or could be starting something new with that energy. Between the Star and the Three Cups, you have the Ring. A really good card for marriage. The ring is like an engagement ring. So some of you could be getting married already. Maybe you're already engaged. For others, you could be looking to get married. Again, like I said, I wouldn't really call this a love reading. And the ring can represent like your circle of support, or it can even represent building a circle of support, building people around you. Again, you have the Star, which could say that maybe you've been a little bit more withdrawn recently. And then you have the Three of Cups, which is like networking, or you know, building a group of people around you. So some of you, this Ring card could just say you're networking, building a circle of support. Between the King of Wands and the Fool, you have the Eight of Hearts. This is called the Moon. The moon represents like wishes, dreams, things that you desire, very similar to the Seven of Cups here, and except the moon is a card of needing to manifest your dreams, needing to take action with that Fool card. It says if you do that, you will be very successful. So I definitely feel like it's time for you to take action with this energy and make moves towards like manifesting some sort of dream or manifesting something you desire in your life. Between the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups, you have the Seven of Spades. This is called the letter. And the letter just can represent communication, like literally receiving a letter. So I do feel for some of you, you could be receiving communication with that Seven of Spades, or you could be receiving a letter here. Really, between the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups, this would more say you need to trust your intuitive messages. You could be getting intuitive hits that are saying like, hey, something you desire, one of these Seven of Cups is over here. So like start working towards that. Between the Three of Cups and the Hangman, you have the Ten of Clubs. This is called the Bear. It can represent marriage, believe it or not. Ten of Clubs in the playing card reading system can represent getting married. Really, it represents like the wedding. So some of you could be going to a wedding with that Ten of Clubs. It is popping into my head. That's not actually what the Bear card means here, but it is popping into my head, like I said. So I do feel for some of you, this could definitely be that. For others, it is an energy of like too much weight on you. And again, I almost feel like some of you have too much going on. Eight of Swords, the High Priestess, Hangman, and this Ten of Clubs card as well. It could represent that, like sometimes I think when we have too many responsibilities or too many things that we need to accomplish in a short period of time, it just looks too big. So I feel like this is saying, like, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? So I feel like you just need to break down any problems or challenges you're dealing with into like bite-sized pieces. In your top row outcome, you have the Ace of Hearts. This is called the Gentleman, and this card represents true love. So I do feel like for some of you in the future, if you're looking for love, you have the Eight of Hearts, the Fool, the Gentleman here. It's like a true love, or this could represent someone taking a leap of faith towards you. So, someone could be making a leap towards you in love here, Leo, with that energy. In the middle row, we have the Seven of Clubs. It's called the Mice. The Mice is considered to be a challenging card. It is a card of slow movement. There's definitely a need to take action on something this week. I almost feel like this week, it would be better for you to just like pick one thing that you want with that Seven of Cups and just take a leap forward towards it no matter what happens, than it would be to kind of try to work on a bunch of different things this week. So like, for example, if you want love, I would just take a leap of faith towards love. I would just get out there and go on a date. If you want business, then I would just focus on your business this week. I feel like it's a pretty kind of simple reading in that sense. In the bottom row, you have the Lily. This is the King of Spades. It could be an air sign coming in for some of you. So if you're looking for love, definitely could be love. It's also a card of like spiritual lessons. So I do feel some of you could just be going through a spiritual lesson time. And you have this Two of the Sea card. It's like you're ready to make changes. At this time, there's some sort of new beginning coming in for you. The Sun, it's going to lead to a lot of success for you here, Leo. The Star, again, a lot of luck coming in for you in the future. And the Bouquet, this is like an offer of love. So for some of you, I feel like this first row is saying that there are a lot of opportunities for you. And I also feel like there's a lot of luck with this Six of Hearts coming in for you as well. But I feel like you need to make some sort of change. The Fool is like saying you need to take a leap of faith towards something new. You need to have a new beginning with that Fool energy. So I feel like that would be a good idea. Two Aces here is a definite yes as well. So I like to see that for you here, Leo. But this is a pretty good reading, a lot of success coming in for you. I feel like some of you could be moving as well, is popping into my head. If you are moving, or if you have moved here, I feel like there are huge benefits. Again, this Two of the Sea card says there has been a change in direction in your life. The result of that is the Ace of Diamonds, the Sun, the Star, the Six of Hearts, and the Bouquet. Like some sort of beautiful, amazing new beginning. The Six of Hearts I also love coming up next to this Mice card, because the Star card in the Lenormand can represent like obstacles being removed, and the Mice represents obstacles. So for a lot of you, I feel like this could be you kind of removing obstacles or getting away from certain things that have been blockages, probably for a very long period of time in multiple areas of your life. Again, this reading to me is more talking about your whole life in general. I don't really feel like it's talking about like one thing or the other, is what I'd say to you. So I like to see that. I do feel like there's some element of fear here, like needing to make sure that fears of too much work don't hold you back. I feel a lot of success here with these two aces. And again, sometimes I think maybe when we're about to become successful at something, we can feel a little awkward about it. Like we can feel a little weird about things. And I feel like this is saying, don't confuse that awkward feeling for, you know, intuition telling you not to do something. Like there's a difference. Sometimes I think when we're about to do something major, like make a major change, which is what I feel like this reading is saying here, Leo, I feel like I've overcomplicated it. I feel like this is saying there's some sort of big change coming into your life. You could be starting a new job, starting a business, marrying a person. There's some sort of major transition happening here. Temperance card, but I feel like you could be questioning it, is what I feel like this part is saying in the reading. But I feel like this is saying, don't overcomplicate it. You know, don't overcomplicate some transition that you're making. Don't second guess yourself this week. And I feel like that's really the only message, really. So, Leo, this looks very good, but don't second guess yourself. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.